I'm going to talk about Chapter 7 bankruptcy cases. Chapter 7 is the type of bankruptcy that discharges all of your what's called unsecured debt and to a lesser extent secured debt, but we can talk about that in a little later time. Unsecured debt are things like medical bills, charge cards, personal loans that do not have any kind of security backing them up. And that is almost all of those kinds of bills, medical bills, charge cards, etc. And the goal in a Chapter 7 case is to discharge the debt so you don't have to pay the debt anymore. Now, there are some pretty important qualifications for Chapter 7. Number one is there are certain income guidelines that are set forth by the United States Trustee's Office in Washington, D.C., which means if you make $300,000 or $400,000, you're probably not going to be eligible to file for a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Exactly how much are the income guidelines? Well, it depends on the amount of people in your household, all of your dependents, etc., etc. Call us, we'll talk about that. The other thing we look at to see if you qualify for a Chapter 7 is your expenses. What are your normal monthly expenses? Mortgage payments or rent payments, automobile expenses, insurances, utilities, expenses for your kids up to a point anyway, gasoline, that type of thing. Even charitable contributions, pet expenses, those are expenses. What we do is we look at your net income and we compare that to your reasonable monthly expenses. And we see if there's any money left over. Now, if there's a significant amount of money left over, say $200, $300, $400 or more, then that means that instead of filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy where you get rid of all the debt, you're probably eligible to do a Chapter 13 reorganization bankruptcy, or we can pay back some of that debt over a period of time. You can go right to the Chapter 13 section and we'll talk about that some more. There is another qualification for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and that is assets. What do I mean by that? I know you hear all the time that your friends filed for bankruptcy and kept their houses, and in most of cases, yes, you're going to keep your house. But that assumes you don't have a tremendous amount of equity in your house. Now, what's equity? Equity is the difference between the value of your house and the amount of money you owe against your house. Let me give you an example. You own a house worth $90,000. You have a mortgage of $70,000. Then you have $20,000 worth of equity in your house. And barring any other circumstances that we will talk about in more detail when you come into our office, if you only have $20,000 worth of equity in your house, you will be able to file a bankruptcy. As long as you continue making the mortgage payments, you can keep your house in virtually all circumstances. Again, call us, talk to us with more details about that. So now we have to review the three issues: income, expenses, and assets. Okay, and we're going to talk about all that in detail when you come in, and we'll get you the right answer. Give us a call. We're looking forward to seeing you, and can't wait to hear from you.